Alzheimer's disease is really the most terrible disease imaginable, not only for the patient, but for everyone who loves that patient, family, friends, co-workers. This is a disease that robs one of themselves, slowly strips out all of the memories and experiences that over a lifetime have created a person and who that person is. We know the clock is ticking for families. We know the clock is ticking for the population. This disease is becoming a major epidemic. The fact is that we will need therapies to prevent and treat this disease effectively sooner than later. Cure Alzheimer's Fund has a world-class, all-star research team who work together every day on the most aggressive ideas to stop the disease as soon as possible. One of the most unique aspects of Cure Alzheimer's Fund is to go out and actively find researchers and projects that have the highest probability of leading to new therapies for preventing or curing this disease as soon as possible. Some of the researchers we choose are those that have been in the field for decades with hundreds of papers published already on this disease. Some of the researchers we choose are not in the field of Alzheimer's. They may be working on a particular gene that we discovered that we now know is involved, and then we call up a scientist one day and say, well, you're not working on Alzheimer's, but this gene you've dedicated your life to turns out to play a role in the disease. We need your help. We can find the best science going on in the world, not waiting for it to come to us. Our goal has always been to put together a team of the brightest and best Alzheimer's researchers in the world. And I would say so far we've done really a stellar job at doing that. We're very proud of our research consortium members and all of our grantees. Cure Alzheimer's Fund has always chosen to support as many high-risk, potentially high-reward projects as possible. That if you have a good play drawn up, it's okay to go for the 80-yard pass. So it's all about getting the right players, the right scientists, who are proven that they know what they're doing, and then have them come up with their newest and most innovative ideas that may be too high risk or controversial for federal funding, and then say, go for it. And it's paid off. If you look at the papers that have been published with Cure Alzheimer's Fund support, they're breaking new ground in the field. They're teaching us how the gut microbiome affects the brain. They're teaching us how what was considered junk in the brain, amyloid plaque, may actually play a role in defending the brain. In the beginning, Alzheimer's in a Dish was a high-risk project. Now it's mainstream. Labs all over the world are using it. It's becoming a common tool. Many of the projects that have led to the greatest advances over the last couple of years were funded by Cure Alzheimer's Fund, and at the time were frankly considered on the borderline of crazy. The goal of much of our research is to identify the disease at its earliest stage, way before there are symptoms, and stop that pathology so that in that way you stop the pathological form of Alzheimer's from moving to the symptomatic form. All of our grantees and research consortium members communicate regularly. Quarterly conference calls, annual meetings, daily emails about projects. So many top scientists are now working together collaboratively and communicating like never before, simply because Cure Alzheimer's Fund acts as the hub to bring them together.
I want to dedicate my life and my work to cure Alzheimer's disease.
I want this world to be free of Alzheimer's disease for the time when my children become older people.
I want a cure for Alzheimer's because it's a devastating neurological disease that's going to end up affecting millions and millions more people every year.
I want a cure for Alzheimer's because it's such a significant problem in our society.
It affects basically every family that I know and any individual.
We can't let that happen. We have to find a cure for Alzheimer's soon.
It would be incredible for society and for patients to have a drug that not only stops the disease, but my hope would be actually helps the patient's brains repair and for these patients to get better.
I'm just so grateful as a scientist to be part of a community of scientists with Cure Alzheimer's Fund who all have in common that they're carrying out the greatest, most groundbreaking work in the field that is driving the field ahead, driving our mission toward a cure more effectively and faster than any other organization.